Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So guys, today I'm going to be discussing a very important and controversial matter that is going on right now, and I'm also going to be sharing my life experiences too with everyone. So please guys, if you just come across this video, please don't forget to subscribe, because I'm going to be posting this video in parts, so you don't want to miss any part of this video. So please don't forget to subscribe, share this video, and please guys, watch this video to the end. Watch it to the end though, so you will get all the gist and information you need. Welcome back guys. So I'm going to be sharing my TTC journey with you all. After my whole sickness and surgery, after my surgery, I had the green light from my doctors, to go ahead with my life, and they said, okay, you can start. If you want to conceive, you can start. You're healthy, you're fine, there's no issue again. And that was how I said, okay, I already had to go ahead. Then I started trying to conceive, because my son has already turned almost 2, because prior to when I had my surgery, I'd already given birth to my son already, so it was almost turning 2, and I said, okay, I think it's time for me to try for another child. Guys, I tried, it wasn't forthcoming. I could remember me and my friend then were also trying. My friend was trying to conceive, and I was also trying to conceive, and we're like sharing our stories together. She would call me and say, oh Susie, I have this information, don't worry, if you eat banana and egg yolk, you ovulate well and you conceive. That was how we're trying. It wasn't easy, and my own side, I didn't still get pregnant, but she was lucky. She got pregnant along the line. Then it was just remaining me, and that was how I was struggling. And after some time, I noticed I hadn't seen my period. I went to the doctor. Before I went to the doctor, I did my home pregnancy test, and it was negative. So I just said, let me just go to the doctor, because it's not something new. I remembered my teenage years, and it was always like that. Guys, sorry, please, TMI guys, there's too much information in this video, so if you're sensitive to all this kind of information, please, you can just scroll past. So let's continue. So prior to that, my teenage years, I already had issues with my period. Sometimes I could stay for like 6 months, I won't see my period, and I'll go to the doctors, they'll be like, it's a normal thing, it's normal since I'm still a teenager and all that. So I just saw it as a normal thing when I didn't see my period for like 3 months. But I just had to go to the doctor just to confirm that I wasn't pregnant, or I was pregnant actually. So after going to the doctors and they did their test, I said, okay, I'm not pregnant, but let them know why I had not seen my period for 3 months. And they said, okay, they were going to run more tests and do a scan to confirm what was going on with my body. I said, okay, fine, no problem. And that was how I came back for the results. And the next thing, the doctor was like, you have PCOS. Hey, guys, I have not heard of PCOS before. I've not even heard of something like that before. That was the first time I was hearing something like that, and I panicked. I was scared. I was like, what does that mean? What is that? How do you mean I have PCOS? He said, oh, it's like a hormonal thing. That's why you've not seen your period and you can't, ovulate, blah blah blah. He was explaining. At that point in time, my head was just ringing, like I just came out from health issue a year before that, going to visit hospitals to and fro, and coming back to a new year, I wanted to start afresh, because I felt I was healthy. And the next thing, the doctor is telling me I have PCOS, and I didn't even understand what that meant. So he explained it to me, and he was like, okay, I'm going to put you on contraceptive medication to get your menstrual period back to normal. And I said, okay. Then I was given contraceptive medication to take every day. I think he said it was going to balance my hormones or so, that it was going to help. I said, okay. I was taking it every day, but when I go home, I was just devastated. I felt bad. I was like, not again. I can't go through this kind of health issue again, because I didn't actually know what PCOS was. I've not heard anything about it, and the doctor didn't even give me much information to take home with. So I started browsing. What is PCOS? What does it do? How did I get it? What happened to me? What did I do to get that kind of sickness and all that? So I did a whole lot of research on it, and I found out that it's just like a hormonal issue, and it's something that has been there from my teenage years, but it wasn't detected because me missing my period for 6 months to 3 months, thereabouts, my period was not regular. That's like the main symptoms of PCOS. PCOS is polycystic ovarian um so sorry guys, my baby was crying, so I needed to attend to her. So let me continue with my story. So prior to me going to the hospital, when the doctor told me I had PCOS, I started asking questions. What can I do? What can I do to, remedy the situation? Is there any medication I can take for this? To cure this kind of sickness? Because I thought it was a sickness actually. So the doctor explained everything to me that I just have to try and lose weight, try and eat healthy, and it can just help with the situation. Sorry, that it can just help with the situation, and that was what I actually tried doing after I go home. But he was like, I need to make sure that the my period comes back before I can start all those kind of process. Then I just had to take those contraceptive pills for a month, and luckily for me my period came back, and I was just super excited. I was like, okay, I think I'm getting better. I did so, and everything was going to be all right. And I went back to the hospital, told the doctor, okay, this is the situation now, my period is back. The doctor was like, okay, we're going to start the process of me conceiving and all that. So I started my fitness journey. I started trying to eat healthy, and just try my best to make sure I get better. And PCOS is something that it's not easy. Like, what I noticed that period I was trying to lose weight, but I was actually adding weight, and it was not helping. It was a struggle. Like, PCOS can make you add weight, and it's something that at that period I suffered acne. Like, there's this acne that used to be under my chin. It was like permanent. People who saw me that time were like, I always asking me what's wrong with your face and all that. That kind of acne, I used so many things on it and it didn't go. So it was like permanent. So this is what PCOS does to your body. This kind of hairs under the chin and all those kind of things. That this was something I had before. Like, I had like just little hairs under my chin, but I didn't see it as anything until when I heard about PCOS. Like I said, I did a lot of research, and I saw so many things that was happening to me that I felt it was normal, but it wasn't normal. So this was just the struggle I was trying to, overcome at that period of time. So I'm sorry guys, I'm just getting so much distractions from my kids up and down. So this video is just going to be somehow. So please bear with me. Bear with me because my kids are around, so there's just so much distraction. Yeah, so guys, that was it. And my period came back and I had to go back to the hospital. And another thing about PCOS is when you have PCOS, you are not going to be ovulating like a normal, if your hormones are normal, you won't be ovulating like that. You might be ovulating, but not like the normal way. And that was like something I struggled with because initially, before I went to the hospital, like I told you, I was trying to conceive and it wasn't happening. I didn't know it was PCOS because I wasn't ovulating. So there was nothing coming forth. So that was another kind of a struggle. But the doctor told me I shouldn't worry, that there are medications for me to use and ovulate, that for me medications that can help me ovulate, that I shouldn't worry about it. And I said okay. Then we started the process. Yeah. So guys, please subscribe to my channel, so when I post part 2 of this video you can get a notification. And please don't forget to share my videos because it's going to help a lot of women going through